What's up, guys? It's Paladin. I'm here with my friend CPQ, otherwise known as Megumin.
Hi.
And this is Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. I am still a disgusting mess of a human being who is very
slightly
sick.
less so. Slightly less so.
But I can sit up for more than 2 hours at a time, which means it's time to stream.
Yay.
It is. I'm going to be making a lot of very disgusting bodily sounds today, so like just strap in and get ready for that.
Ugh, lovely.
All right, so
Answer the door.
answer the door.
Someone knocked.
That's right. That's where we ended it.
Yep.
Hey!
Fantastic morning, isn't it? Taka? Now then, if you'll pardon my interruption. Without waiting for a reply, Taka barged into my room.
Excuse me?
I'm just gonna leave. I don't think I'm gonna get out so easily. I better just talk to Taka. Sword. One touch of the fake sword is enough to get gold coating all over my hands. Better be careful. What's up, Taka? No matter how intensely the stormy seas may batter me, I will not fall as long as my feet are firmly planted. You agree, right? I'm not sure I understand. If you can't do it alone, just find someone to support you. You can support them back.
You hear me?
That's how you can overcome any storm. I was thinking about it last night, and I decided we all need to really come together. That's what I realized. Every morning from now on, after the morning announcement, everyone should have breakfast together.
Quiet down and listen.
Now is the beginning of that fateful day. Please head to the dining hall at your earliest convenience. That's all for now. I have to go let everyone else know the good news. I didn't even wait for a reply. He turned and left before I could say anything. Well, I guess I better head to the dining hall. You the area? Yep. Haven't seen the whole game, but I know who dies first because I've been spoiled of the ending.
Ending?
You're not at breakfast. I saw several Tokos at Kami.
Yeah.
By the way, the reason I'm sick is because it's post-Comic-Con. Toko?
What's your problem?
Or should I say I haven't played the whole game? Ah. Oh, I was just wondering what you were doing here. You should probably head to the dining hall, right? I know, I need to prepare myself mentally. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm so nervous. She was blue shoe. She was major blue shoe. Should we go ahead and find everybody first? I have a feeling that there's got to be at least, yeah, there's going to be like 2 or 3 people that aren't in the dining hall if I don't find them first.
Hey!
Makoto, can't any of you guys get a freaking clue? Huh?
You for real?
My scare is totally clumpy. I don't even want to see me this way. Taka came and woke me up. What a dick. You look the same as yesterday to me.
How are they talking
As
about?
if. It's like night and day. Sorry?
Aw.
I seriously need to reapply. There's nothing I can do about it now. Maybe I'll go see if Celeste can hook me up. And that's that. We've been imprisoned here, and that's what she's worried about right now. No silly voices probably today because I am very sick. And I can hardly do my voice, let alone other voices. Hold on. Now, the first thing we gotta do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Somebody's missing. Oh, wait, did I not count her?
Sports girl.
Sports girl. Okay, 14, and I'm 15. So that's all. Everybody. Well, first person we talked to is definitely Junko.
Yeah.
But more important.
Okay. If I absolutely must talk to you, let's hurry up and start the stupid meeting. Taka's gonna throw a fit if we don't. All right, I guess we gotta talk to Taka.
Listen to me.
Okay, looks like everyone's here. So then, let's begin our very first breakfast meeting.
Quiet down and listen.
Everyone, thank you for making time in your busy schedules to come together.
Give me a break.
You made time for shit. You dragged me here. I already mentioned this earlier, but in order to get out of here, it is essential that we all cooperate with each other. And the first step in this is this breakfast meeting, to allow us to become friends and build trust. So from now on, let's all meet here in the dining hall every morning after the morning announcement. Now then, let's eat. You want me to eat breakfast with other people? Never done that before, I'm not sure.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's been a while for me too.
But more important.
Well, anyway, did anyone happen to come up with any clues? Silence echoed throughout the dining hall.
Seriously?
Nothing at all?
Hey!
Anything it can be about how to get out or who's doing this. Nobody has anything?
Okay with this?
You are going to die.
Huh?
Do you understand?
If you can't stop yourself from showing weakness in front of others, you will die.
Stop it!
What the hell? Don't even freaking joke about that. I'm not joking. Adaptability is survivability. Did I not say so? So you better hurry and adapt to your new life here.
What the hell is this?
Going completely insane. Adapt to my new life here? Do you have any idea what you're saying?
What?
Yeah, it sounds like the girl wants to live here. And hell, more power to her. Shit.
Piece of shit.
No way in hell am I living here. I'm getting out of here. I don't give a shit. Sure, feel free. Okay, so nobody has any clues.
What the heck?
What the heck?
Looks like we're at the boring part of the game where everyone gets used to each other. Basically, that's what it feels like. One thing I can tell you is who's behind all this. Someone who's totally weird and messed up. Why else would we be trapped in here in the first place?
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen.
Well, sure, it'd be something like that, but for right now, actual clues are...
Crybaby.
What's up? If you think in terms of people who are really abnormal or bizarre, do you think maybe the person is responsible for all this could be a certain murderous fiend? Chihiro, do you have some kind of idea who this might all be? Well, maybe, I mean, can't really be certain, but certainty is not a concern right now. I'll allow whatever remarks you may have.
You know?
Okay, well, you guys heard of Genocide Jack? The serial killer that's been out in the news all over the internet? A mysterious villain who's murdered scores of victims in brutally bizarre fashion. The word bloodlust has left at each murder scene, written in the victim's own blood. Whoever it is, he's like a ghost. He strikes without warning and disappears without a trace. On the internet, they started calling him Genocide Jack. That about covers it, I think. So they say he's claimed over 1,000 victims. It's just an urban legend, though, right? I mean, even like 10 people would be totally insane. Anyway, whoever Genocide Jack really is, he's obviously some kind of super crazy killer. And if he really is this ultimate psycho, I wouldn't be surprised if he put together something like this. But like I said, I can't be certain. I don't have any evidence or anything. Just a thought.
Hey, hold on.
But if they're the killer, isn't that like a killer of a problem for us?
Yeah.
It's okay. Everything's absolutely positively 100% without a doubt gonna be okay. His help's gonna be here soon. I'm sure of it. Help?
'Cause, I mean...
We've been stuck in here a few days already, right? Nobody's been able to contact us, so I'm pretty sure they're getting worried. But they called the police already.
Oh, here he comes.
What's this?
The police? You're putting your faith in the police? What are you doing here?
You guys?
You guys, seriously, do you understand what role the police exist to fill? All they're good for is being a foil, playing against a villain or anti-hero or evil organization. The bad guys come along and destroy them, and that shows just how badass they really are. You sure you want to rely on such an unreliable group of losers? Then come on, if you really want to get out of here, all you gotta do is kill.
What the hell?
Are you laughing?
You know?
Just impressed with the total commitment to the whole act.
Come on.
Still going on about that?
You're fucking dead.
So Mr. Serial Killer Psycho Freak Bastard. What the hell do you want? Mr. Serial Killer Psycho Freak Bastard, huh? That's a pretty long name. German, maybe?
Hey, come on.
We know who you really are. Maybe if I ignore him, he'll just go away.
You son of a bitch.
Hey, don't ignore me, asshole. Okay, let's get back to business. To defeat the Huns. Did they send me ultimates when I asked for sons? You're the saddest lot I've ever met.
Your life here has already begun, and a couple of days have
Before
gone by, and nobody's killing anybody.
Mr. I'll kill the lot out of you. Thought all you kids were lazy and selfish, and here you are working together, but I'm totally bored. There's nothing you can say that'll make us start killing each other.
I got
Wait, I think, yes, ding ding ding, I figured it
In
out.
other words,
All the mystery ingredients are here, right? People, right place, so why hasn't anyone killed anyone yet? That's what I couldn't understand, but I just realized that there was one important piece missing. What do you want to know? I'll tell you. It's motive. It's so simple, I just had to give everyone a motive.
Stop fucking around.
Motive? What the fuck are you talking about?
hey,
Oh, by the way, there's something I want to show you
You
guys.
son of a bitch.
Stop changing the subject. The little video I'd like you all to see. Oh, but don't worry, it's not some pervy adult video or anything. Seriously, it's just nothing like that. It's a special video for each of you showing what's going on outside the school. Outside the school? What are you talking about? Oh, Master's so impatient today. Why don't you just watch it and find out? Here in the school, there's a specific place you can go that has everything you need to watch the video. Good, then we can go watch the video right now. Before we do that, I'd like to know. What are you? Why would you do something like this? What do you want from us? What do I want from you? Well, if you must know.
despair. That's all. Well now.
You want to know more than that? You'll have to figure it out yourselves. Do whatever you need to uncover the mystery hidden within the school. I won't try to stop you. Yeah. Home movies? I'm always down. So I guess I want amusement from you too. Because I want amusement from you too. It's good. He's left before we could find out anything useful.
Is that right?
Really? I think we learned something very useful. He has no intention of standing in the way of our pursuit of the truth. Interesting.
However,
Perhaps, but what about the video he mentioned? Very curious to see what's going on.
that's
What's on
true.
it, sorry. Same here. Okay, so. Mondo started glancing around the dining hall. But when his gaze landed on me, he stopped.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Makoto, check this out for us, would you?
What? Why
Huh?
me?
Why me?
Yo,
Oh no, that
'Cause
was
you're
my
clo-
legit
yeah.
reaction.
Closest to the door. That's the rule, right? Rule?
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
hey. Hey.
Piece of shit.
Hey!
Stop fucking around.
See how passionately I'm begging you? It's a big deal. Check it out real quick.
Okay, I guess I'll get going then.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, I owe you one. You're getting real close to the top.
Yeah, that's why I'm
If
being
Makoto's going, then I'm going with him. It's not safe to walk around this place alone.
dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Yo.
And emotionally.
Yeah, sure thing. We're counting on the both of you. If anything
Hey,
happens, just
Shinigami.
yell and I'll come running. Hi!
Danganronpa. Danganronpa. Ba-na-na. Ba-na-na-ba. I can't decide if Mondo is totally dependable or completely terrible. Yeah, I'd like to say he's kind of both. He's not exactly a bad person, but I definitely can't say he's a good person either. So then, where's this specific place Monokuma mentioned? Must be somewhere we can watch DVDs, but then it's the AV room, which is inside the actual school.
I should have asked for Barry. I wanted to switch it up, and now I regret it.
That box is new. Huh? There's something inside the cardboard box. It's a bunch of DVDs, and each one has a label on it with someone's name. This must be the video for each of us he mentioned.
Hold on a second.
I better go tell everyone. She just ran off. And follow after her. She stood right there where I was. The DVDs in front of me had robbed me of all awareness. I was rooted in place. I think I see something. do I see? Next monitor is a high-end DVD player. I could probably play those DVDs, no problem. I think I'll just watch mine real quick before everyone gets here. For the DVDs, I found the box and found the one with my name on it. And I slid it into the expensive-looking player. Sat down and stared intently at the darkened screen. And then... I yelled out without realizing it. My heart started racing. Because what I saw on the monitor, it was my family.
You getting picked to attend Hope's Peak Academy is like a dream come true. Make sure you do your best.
I'm so proud of you, son. But remember, don't push yourself too hard.
Don't worry about it, Paranoia. I'm enjoying the game.
Are you really watching this, Makoto? Good luck, okay?
If it ended there, it would have been fine. A message of love and support. Leaving my family behind to attend Hope's Peak would have given me hope, given me strength. If this was a normal school, I would have been happy, if a little embarrassed. My family's support to rely on, I would have been motivated to do even better. But here, now, it was totally different. I wasn't living an ordinary school life. So I had a pretty strong feeling this video wasn't going to end there. I hated having that feeling, but it turned out I was absolutely right. This time I couldn't even make it. I couldn't even make a sound. My voice just died. Where'd everyone go? Looks like a war zone or something. As if in reply, a voice came floating out of the speakers. I recognized the voice, of course. It was him.
Makoto Naegi, accepted into Hope Peak Academy, and his family, who supported such a lucky boy. But it seems like something's happened to this family's well-being. Oh boy, this is bad. What could have possibly happened to this family's well-being?
Look for the answers after graduation. Yeah, I really don't know much about Danganronpa other than the fact that there's murders and there's trying to prove whether or not somebody's innocent or not.
We
What
don't
happened
know
to
until after
everyone?
we graduate.
I started trembling. I could feel the fear and anger building up inside me like hot magma. I slammed my fist against the desk over and over again. A single thought was racing through my mind. What else? How could I think about anything else? I have to get out of here. I have to get out right now. I need to make sure everyone's safe. Kodo? What happened? Make sure who's safe. Noticed everyone standing around the entrance to the AV room. They staring at me, faces full of confusion. What's going on? Not a word. I put out the cardboard box. Is that what Monokumura was talking about?
What does this mean?
It's on them. They all gathered around the box and each of them grabbed the DVD with their name on it. One by one, they each rushed to a monitor. Didn't take long for them to react. What the fuck? This can't be real, right? It has to be fake, right?
Hey, hold on.
Yeah, no way it's real. No way. Can't take it anymore. Let me out of here. As soon as I saw their reactions, I knew they'd all seen something like what I'd seen. Nobody even bothered trying to hide their fear and confusion, except for her. Even now, she was totally calm. See, so this is what he meant by motive. He wants to fuel our desire to leave so that we're more likely to start killing each other.
Yes, indeed.
It's the classic prisoner's dilemma. Let me use an example. Imagine two countries are on the brink of war. Both countries want peace, and each commits to scaling back their forces as a sign of good faith. There's a chance that one country may betray the other, so each country fears lowering their guard. The result is that neither scales back their forces, and they both end up betraying each other.
Do you understand?
In other words, the fear of invisible treachery becomes the greatest enemy of stability. Kinda sounds like us right now. Everyone says they'll work together, but in our hearts we're all afraid someone might betray us. Put those awful thoughts on our head. That's exactly what they want us to do. You can say that, but maybe you're thinking that once everyone drops their guard, you can just...
What is this?
Here we go.
Hey.
Here we go.
Yep. This is exactly what Monokuma, or whoever's behind this wants. They want us to fight, don't you see? Hey, you're right. We need to calm down.
So then,
Okay then, maybe we should start by all just talking. Maybe if we all just talk about what we saw, that'll help us get everything out of our system. Besides, I think we're all super curious, right? Wonder what it was in everyone's videos. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious. Hey, Sayaka?
Oh.
What was in your video, Sayaka?
What's your problem?
Hurry up and tell us. Sayaka? Let me place my hand on her shoulder. She pushed my hand away and suddenly ran off. Sayaka?
That's enough.
Let her go. I can't do that. I have to go make sure she's okay. Hate romantic comedies like this. I don't care what happens to her personally.
What?
Because you're totally thoughtless. I'm really worried. Then why don't you go and do whatever you think you have to do? We don't all have to stick around together, right?
I hope you are well.
Speaking of which, I have my own things to take care of. Goodbye. Everyone went their separate ways, but I don't have time to worry about them right now. I have to go find Sayaka. Boring? I feel like that's the sound that happens whenever like everybody's like portrait shows up. Is it just goes boring? Is that a swole dude in a female school uniform? No.
That is a lady.
That is a lady.
Excuse you.
That is a swole lady in a school.
Ooh, and I want her to step on me. Look at them lashes, girl.
What was in your video, Sakura?
I'm sorry.
My family. But I'm not upset by what I saw. If you're overpowered, you must accept your death. It is the way of my family.
Damn.
Still, I refuse to believe they would lose so easily. How?
So we do get to find out with some people's videos.
What was in your video?
Well,
Why should I tell you? Oh,
what should I do?
everyone's really upset. I mean, how could anyone be calm right now? How can something like that even exist? I just don't understand. To be able to do something like that, is it because they really are the murderous fiend? What was in your video, Taka? I saw... Sorry, it's gonna take some time for me to figure out how to put it into words. Will Sayaka have a panic attack and kill somebody? I don't know. What was in your video, Hifumi? Were you asking someone else? It's only polite that you say what you saw first, don't you think? Well, You covering your ears.
Yes, indeed.
I don't hear yours. I don't have to say mine. The art of see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I don't think that's how it works. Hey, Makoto, these videos are some kind of hoax, right? Right? I want to think so, but... The hell, man? This is one big lie. It has to be. Are you clairvoyant? Can't you, like, tell if it's a lie or not?
He's not the clairvoyant
Yeah,
one.
he is. He's the ultimate clairvoyant.
Oh. I thought that was...
Danny? Danny Sexbag? He's the
Oh,
ultimate
yeah,
clairvoyant.
that's fair.
Sayaka just says
She's
she's
a
psychic, but
because
she
can read people.
yeah, she's got really good intuition.
Most celebrities.
She's the ultimate idol.
Yeah, most celebrities learn really quickly how to read people.
Where did Sayaka run off to? Anyway, that video is pretty convincing. I almost thought it was real.
I mean,
But it was fake, right? It's gotta be. I like to believe that, but it was real. Then one of you motherfuckers gonna die.
Yep. Alright, who else ran out with us? Or before us? Her. Go back, go back, go back.
We already talked to her.
Never mind. We circled around. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just figured I'd check out all of the hallways before I started going into individual rooms.
There. I was looking at the background, not the map, so.
Are there any traps in this game? I haven't found any, but we've also kind of not even really gotten into the meat of the game, so
I'm sorry, there's traps? Fuck you talk about traps?
I don't know that there's traps. Very concerned about what Sakura has been eating to become that swole. She's been eating straight up determination. Music stopped. Yep, there's Sayaka.
Well, I was gonna find, because I just pulled it up. It said go to room 1A, talk to the person there.
Found her in one corner of an empty classroom. She was sitting in a chair, hands on her knees. Hands on her knees, hands on her knees.
Eat.
Everybody clap your hands.
Everybody clap them cheeks.
And this is where we edit in clapping sounds of us just sitting here. She looked like maybe she was upset or angry, or no, she didn't have any expression at all. There's nothing on her face that I could call emotion. It was as if her original mask had been stripped away.
Oh, anime traps.
Oh.
I don't know.
Anime traps. Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge.
I mean, if you say you're a girl, I'm gonna believe you're a girl, because, like, you know you better than me, so.
The specific thing about anime traps, though, is that they say
like
that
to
they're boys.
cross-dress.
Well, no. They will say that they are boys
Yeah, that's fair.
that just dress up like girls.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's why I think that, like, in the world that we live in currently,
Traps are
The-
bad.
not necessarily. In the world that we live in currently, anime traps are their own thing.
That's fair.
I think that to say that they are one thing or another is detrimental to the other groups because it's a trope, yes. Is it used negatively against transgendered people?
Yes.
Yes. Can it be done well? Yes. I was
Is
gonna say,
it usually?
no.
No.
But generally speaking, anime traps do not have to be a bad thing.
Yeah. Like, if the
Because,
first time you...
Like, let's think of it this way. You know Baka and Test.
Yeah.
There's an anime trap in that. But the thing is, he consistently says, "But I'm a boy," over and over and over again. Nobody cares.
He's
he
not... and
looks
he's,
like a girl.
He's not trying
He's
to
not
look
trying
like a girl.
to look
He's
like a
just
girl.
He just looks like a girl. He's very
Yes.
feminine.
Yes. There is also a character that everybody says is a trap in what's it called? In Komi. Komi is bad at communication. But the thing is, we don't actually know that person's gender.
That's fair.
We to this day, they have never said if they are a boy or a girl.
Fair.
At this point, we can only assume that they are gender fluid.
Fair. Man, you know what gets
In
me
fact,
really excited?
they even I believe, if I remember correctly, they even use they them pronouns for that character.
You know what gets me really excited?
What?
Chivalry of a Failed Knight.
Chivalry of a Failed Knight is just such a good.
Is the best character. It's like I've never seen an anime that, and like I'm not a transgender person.
That entire anime was just
It's very
perfect
good.
on subverting everything.
It's very good. Like I'm not a transgender person, but I feel like they did a very good job at representing a trans woman.
Mhm.
Like they did a very good job at that.
No. How could I possibly be fine? What did we do to end up like this?
And that's the tangent of the hour.
Yeah. Well, now, let me out of here right now. Sayaka, calm down. She thrashed around. I grabbed her by the shoulders. I understand. I know how you feel right now. I think that what might have happened to my family, but now that more than ever, stay calm. I am very confused.
What? Oh, we go off on tangents all the
Well,
time, if that was your question.
Hold on. When you say anime traps, what do you mean? Let's get that settled on the table.
They
Because
said
when
not booby traps.
yeah, let's see here. Yeah, not booby traps, anime traps. But when he says anime traps, what does he mean by anime traps?
Do you mean like the over-the-top mousetrap board game kind of traps? Or do you mean like...
Or do you mean like a
Cross-dressing kind of traps.
or do you mean like a boy who is dressed up like a girl? That is what I would like to know, because if we just went off
we
on
have
a
the time
tragic...
for like 3 lines while we wait.
Yeah. Think about it. Those videos have to be fake. Because if those things really had happened, people out in the world would be in an uproar. Our families, the police, everyone, right?
Oh, that little brochure is
A dude
still
that's
there.
dressed as a girl. Okay, so we were on the same
Okay,
page.
okay.
We were on the same page about anime traps. What are
Yeah,
you confused
anyway,
about?
Chivalry of a Failed Knight, go watch it.
Chivalry of a Failed Knight. Great anime. Please go watch it. It's funny because it came out at the exact same time as Asterisk War. Asterisk War, and they both... What else would I mean when I say anime traps? I'm not sure, but you were confused, and so I needed to figure out what you were confused about, sir. Or madam. Or there in between.
Friendo. Listen up, friendo.
Captain. Goncho?
My guy?
Goncho?
My dude? Bud?
I do think that we should just adapt Goncho to being a gender fluid term.
We should.
You're a guy. All right. My dude, my guy. What are you confused about then? I thought it was a fetish thing. It is to some people. I was trying to convince myself just as much as her. I kept repeating those words to myself to clear away the images that had been burned into my brain. Be calm, okay? Just be calm. As long as we work together, I'm sure we can find some way out of here. And help might even come before that. But what if there isn't a way out? What if help never comes? If that happens, I'll get out of here myself, no matter what it takes. When I said that, I paused. No idea what had come over me.
Sayaka? Please, help me.
Her voice was small and shaky.
Why is this happening to me? To kill or be killed? I just can't take this anymore. Sayaka.
Finally, she raised her face from my chest. She looked at me with big, wet eyes of hers. Can I believe what you said? Huh? That you'll help me get out, no matter what it takes? Absolutely, Makoto. You're just, so please.
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
She's gonna kill somebody and use us to clear her name. Huh? Of course I'll be there for you. No matter what, I'm always on your side. I mean, you are my assistant after all.
Makoto.
When you say that, I feel like I can keep going. I can get through this, as long as you're here with me.
Because I'm your assistant.
And she's right back to...
Yep.
I don't know if that's because they have, like, so few sprites, but they had a lot of, like, sprite work in there for her to just go right back to whatever.
Like, they didn't even have to change the sprite. They could have just changed the frown to a little smile and the same hand on the face thing.
Hey! Hey!
Trust no one.
I'm on the middle. I'm starting my third watch through Gravity Falls. I started watching Gravity Falls in December.
Quite literally a kya. Like, there's no better time to say it. Makoto, it's standing up. Monokuma, what are you talking about? What's standing up? Do you even have to ask? Your flagpole.
Oh.
Get the hell out of here.
Just a minute.
No, I want to join in. Damn it. Well, if you won't leave, then tell us what the hell is up with those videos. It's about to come out. It's gonna come out. My pristine, pure white stuffing. My honest, innocent stuffing is about to come gushing out. Pulled out my fist, took aim, and swung as hard as I could. I'd never put so much energy into a single motion before in my life. Leaned back, channeling all my power, and let it go everything I had. You okay? If I hadn't avoided your punch, you would have just violated school regulation.
Boy, are you slow.
Flagpole? You mean my beep? I could have downed $1,000 full course dinner in the time it took you to finish your swing. Your speed, agility, alertness, passion, boldness, sense of despair, antagonization, it's all lacking. But you know what he didn't say was lacking?
Our size.
My dick. She wanted to mess with us. Not for now. Want to just head back? Yeah.
No one can hear anything inside the rooms. Keep that in mind, boys.
It's been a while since I brought out a bow chicka bow.
Yeah, it has been.
You should get some rest, Sayaka. You still look pretty shaken. Bow chicka bow.
Sorry.
For making you worry about me. Bow chicka bow. Great. I'm gonna lay down for a bit. Bow chicka
And
bow.
now you're not gonna stop. You're just not gonna stop.
With a nod and a small bow. She disappeared into her room. It says bow. Bow chicka bow patata.
God, if you're real, strike me down right now. Please prove it to me. Prove it to the rest of the world. Just strike me down right now.
Pulls out gun.
Did you just try to say you were God?
No. What are you even saying? Of course I'm not God.
But the real thing is, we've never seen Paladin and God in the same room, so...
Well, no, God's everywhere, so you have.
That's fair, that's fair.
The real thing is you haven't seen me and Dio in the same room.
Oh, you right, though. You right. That reminds me. I have you a present, Paladin.
Oh, no, Shinigami has a migraine. Did I cause you to have a migraine, Shinigami? I'm so sorry.
So, I wanted to wait till we were done with the season, but I forgot to give it to you yesterday. I got these at Comic-Con for us. You get to choose which one we get. Which one, who gets what.
It's a Dio and a Jotaro. We just finished Stardust Crusaders. We just moved on to Diamond is
Flip that
Unbreakable.
over, look it around. Show it to the people you want.
It's a Dio.
There you go.
And it's Time Stop Dio as well.
Flip that over,
And
look it
it's
around.
Jotaro and Time Stop Jotaro. So it's Dio. And it's Time Stop Dio on the other side. It's not
More black and white.
Yeah, it's like black and white, but that's kind of like what they look like in Time Stop. Is it gonna refocus? There we go. It's Dio. I wish I had manual focus on this camera so that I could actually like fix it. And Jotaro.
Yay. They know what.
There are no human faces left. Please focus on the item in front of you. It doesn't care.
It doesn't.
It's Dio
They
and
get the
Jotaro.
picture, though. But yeah, you can pick whichever one you want, and then
So do I want to be Ora or Muda Muda?
that's the real question.
I think I want Dio.
You want Dio?
I think I want Dio.
All right.
You get Jotaro.
All right.
I want Dio. You know what? I'm gonna put. No, I don't have my keychain on me.
You want me to
But
go get it?
I was gonna put Dio on my new keychain. On my new key for work.
Now we have
Since I left
4
school,
matching keychains.
And
I
now I
have to
feel
find my
nauseous.
4th
That's
one.
not good. You should take some medicine if you haven't already. Migraines are some serious business, dude. I get them all the time. It was hard, to think about, to think after watching that deranged video. I need some rest, in my own room. There we go. So we got a new toy at work today. Specifically, I mean, like, it was a thing for us, but it's this thing called the pricing cart. It is a sheet metal cart that has a locking drawer. The cool part about the drawer being able to lock is that sensitive material that used to have to be locked up in the cash office, that I would have to get somebody else to go into and get for me.
Now any employee can get it that they need.
Well, no, not any employee.
Okay.
The important point is that stuff has to be locked away. But there's stuff in the cash office that needs to be locked away even from me.
Okay.
Because I don't have the clearance for it.
Right.
But with this cart, I can now access that stuff. Yeah, I just took some meds. Did you take like the liquid gels or was it like actual capsules? Because liquid gels work so much faster. With this actual cart, I can actually put all of the stuff I need into the cart for immediate use. And it can be wheeled anywhere in the store.
I dig it.
And I have one of the 2 keys.
Oh, nice. I have 9 new keys for my 2 new jobs. 9 keys.
I was
9 keys.
I had a very interesting moment at work today because as we were talking about the pricing cart and I was showing it off, my boss and I were talking, and he turned to one of the assistant managers, and he said, "I swear it's like talking to myself." And I kind of looked up, and he goes, "I'm serious." And I was like, "Huh." And then later on, we were talking about, I was like, as I was wheeling it around, I was like, I kind of want to put hot rod flames on this thing. And he goes, I was thinking the exact same thing. It's like talking to myself. So I think my boss may or may not think that I am like the son he never had.
Aww. Oh, Amber's totally my sister. Like, she's like a cool big sister. Anyway, we have two other matching keys. We have three. Mine's, the other one of mine is broken. This one's broken, of his. He has Tokiyami and the white blood
The white
cell.
blood cell from Cells at Work.
Yep, and I have the red blood cell and Sue. So, like, the ships. And then Jotaro
The only keys
and
I have.
Dio.
Oh, do you actually have a keychain for Oblivion and Oathkeeper? Because that would be awesome.
Our other matching keychains are from Chivalry of a Failed Knight. I need to rewatch that show. That was a good show.
We should both just rewatch all of Chivalry of the Failed
I've
Knight.
seen it twice now, because like we watched it together, and then I forgot we watched it, and then I watched it by myself the entire
Chivalry
time,
of a
just
Failed-
like I just saw this, but I want to keep watching.
Chivalry of a Failed Knight is just such a good anime. It's like everything about it is so good because it starts out and you think, oh, this is just going to be another harem anime with an overpowered MC.
Nope.
And then you go, oh no, this is actually just a really, really wholesome romance.
It's really cute because all these
It's-
girls are in love with
yeah.
him. He does not give a shit.
Yeah.
He only likes his girlfriend. That's it.
He only likes his girlfriend, who after the first match that he wins, he immediately asks her out. He declares his love and asks her out. She agrees and they start going out, and the rest of the series, that's like episode 3.
Yeah.
The rest of the series is them dating.
And her being really self-conscious because all these hot girls want him.
And also, she's also self-conscious because, like, he's actually, like, really, really chivalrous and, like, is not super interested in anything, like, sexual until he can, like, prove himself to her and do the whole, like, show her off to his parents and all that. And she's just like, we're alone in this hot spring house because we were abandoned here. And for some reason, I had to take my shirt off. He's going to look, and then we're going to have sex. And then, like, he doesn't, and she goes, does he think that I'm not, like, sexy? And he's just like...
It's me.
He describes it, and he basically just comes down to, like, no, that's not even it. And then she's just like, I feel like a whore. And that's, like, the entire arc of the series.
That's me. That's the entirety of me.
We're trapped in here? That what I saw in the video might be real? Monokuma? What is the mastermind in store for us? Or are we our biggest problem? I want to get out of here. I could never kill someone. The others all feel the same? Yeah, that's definitely the biggest problem right now. Ding dong! Huh? It's nighttime. When I opened my eyes, they darted immediately to the clock. It's almost 10 o'clock. I fell asleep without even realizing it. Nighttime's about to start. How come someone's here? Hide. Grab the sword.
Just talk to the person at the door.
No, I gotta prepare. Like, what if this guy... What if...
Sorry.
Oh, it's... Sayaka.
I would kill you.
Very close. I'm really sorry to come by so late. Sayaka? Sword.
I'd kill you. Okay,
Sayaka, what are you doing out so late? That's what I noticed. My body was trembling. Is everything okay?
So strange.
Something really weird just happened. Reaction! Something weird?
Kodo.
Hey, Megan, I got a question. I
Yes,
said your
my
name
love.
out loud.
That's okay. What is it, my love? Yes, John.
Are you poops ever weird?
Yeah. Why?
Just like, you don't know, like... Why are they weird sometimes?
I don't know. What do you mean by weird?
You know, just... weird. Are your poops ever weird?
Yeah, I guess.
This is an old running gag me and my brother have.
Oh.
Sorry. It's just like...
See, I'm not in on that. I've
what-
only
what-
known you for 4 years.
Yeah, but like it's this weird thing. Like every now and again, like either I or my brother will text each other and go, "Hey, Yeah. Who poops ever? Weird. And that's the only text message.
Amazing.
And then it'll be like, ha, 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 ha. But I mean, seriously, like, who poops ever weird? Let's see it. Just a little while ago. Yeah.
I changed my mind about peeing because I want to know what happens.
All of a sudden, my door started rattling and shaking. Her voice sounded like all the air had been squeezed out of her lungs. Just hearing her talk made me tense
I
up.
was so scared.
Like someone was trying to force the door open. The door was locked, so they couldn't get in, of course. Started shaking the door harder and harder. So scared I couldn't even move. So what happened? After a while, it just stopped. I let some time go by, then I got up and opened the door and checked outside.
Makoto.
There was no one there. Someone tried to force their way into your room? But who would do such a thing?
I mean,
Not like I'm suspicious of anyone here, but it still makes me nervous. If something like that happened in the middle of the night, what would I do then? You don't have to worry about that, right? I mean, we can't go outside during nighttime. That's just a promise we made, right? Someone decided to break that promise.
Yeah, the
Then-
only rule says we're not allowed to go into the dining hall at night.
No, it's certain areas.
Okay,
It
well,
doesn't even say which areas.
on the TV he says dining hall.
Oh. That make you feel a little better?
It might change. It might change after a while.
I said as a school regulation was that we had to sleep in the dorm rooms, right? Didn't specifically state which room each person had to sleep in, so... But two people sharing one room is, you know... Oh, jeez, I'm sorry, I didn't think about it that, like... Honestly, that didn't even cross my mind. No. I know, me either. It's not even that I mind the idea, but... if you don't mind, could we maybe switch rooms just for tonight? Switch rooms? If it'll help keep your mind at ease, then it's totally fine with me. I don't mind you staying in my room, but I'm sure you're okay with me staying in yours? That doesn't, like, concern you? It's fine, and I trust you. In that case, then, ding dong, bing bong.
Uh-oh.
So are they gonna fuck or not? I mean, that's basically, like, everybody's question here is, like, are they? Are they not? When are we going to develop our stand powers?
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Oh, man, it's already nighttime. Okay, so it's settled. I'll head to your room right now. If we're gonna trade rooms, we'd better trade keys, too. That's right, we have to trade keys. Again?
like I said, I'm psychic.
My character in his brain said, that's right, if we're gonna switch rooms, we have to switch keys. And she said out loud, oh yeah, we should switch keys. And he said, again? Huh? You gonna say you were just kidding? What if I wasn't just kidding? Something resembling a smile that made its way to her face. Thank goodness, it looks like she's already started to get back to normal. Okay, we better trade keys then.
Okay.
Yep, let's do it. We exchanged keys, and then I looked back at her again. There was another worried expression there. Makoto, please be careful. If someone comes to the door, don't open it, no matter what. I won't. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
That's fair.
Oh, by the way, just so you know, my bathroom door tends to get stuck. There's a little trick to opening it. You have to turn the knob, then lift up on the door while you pull it out. No, you're not supposed to tell anyone that trick.
Well,
Now Makoto can kill you. Just do that and the door should open, no
she
problem.
can kill us. We're Makoto. Sayaka
Sorry, yeah,
can kill you.
Sayaka can kill Makoto. Okay, but the showers don't work during nighttime anyway, right? Oh, that's right, I totally forgot.
Well, you might.
But I guess I might use it when I get up in the morning, so thank you.
you might
well, I
need
better
to
get
pee
going.
in the middle of the night.
Yeah, like seriously, what the hell? Like you
Like-
got like who doesn't wake up at 2 in the morning, pee, and then go back to bed?
I mean, it depends. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Gonna be the first murderers after her? Maybe. Oh, about what I said before, huh? When I said I was psychic, it really was a joke. Honestly, I'm just very perceptive. Yeah, I know. Good night, then.
Tell us before she either killed someone or got killed.
Sayaka gave me one last parting smile, and I headed off to my room. Camera flashed again. If I do this, it like flashes because it's trying to like auto. I got a new camera, by the way. I remember we mentioned that like right after Christmas, but I got a brand new camera because my last one kept crashing the computer. Everyone else's doors were closed. There was no sign of life. Good, there's nobody here. Making sure nobody was around to spot me, I rushed into Sayaka's room. Time to rifle through her things. Sayaka's room really doesn't look any different from mine. It smells nice, though.
Can we get into the bathroom?
Let's rifle through her things. It's kind of weird to dig through other people's trash, but I couldn't help but taking a quick peek. It's her DVD. DVD with her name on it from the AV room. Reminds me, never did get a chance to find out what was on her video. Probably best if I wait until she brings it up again. Take the DVD, you fuck!
Let's see if we can get into the... Oh, there's a lot of stuff.
We gotta check her drawers. Room came with a toolkit by Sayaka's sewing kit, just like the note said. Next to it is a map of the body's vital organs. I gotta check every camera, right? Makes sense there be one in here. It's one of the monitors Monokuma uses.
The door isn't connected to the wall.
There's no lint roller in here.
Interesting.
She doesn't have the lint roller like I do. Alright, all the girls' private bathrooms have locks on them. I'm a little reluctant to go in.
Darn, we're never gonna see
I
a
don't think
bathroom.
Sayaka would like me snooping around too much. Should probably go to bed soon. Lowered myself into Sayaka's bed. A pleasant fragrance enveloped me. Sayaka's scent. Maybe it'll bring me some sweet dreams. Yeah. Sayaka's scent. Feeling a little better
You
than
lied,
before.
there
I
are
fell
silly
asleep.
voices tonight.
With consequences. Imagine you're all in a big spaceship in the middle of an intergalactic adventure.
You've heard of Noah's Ark, right? We're sort of like that. We've set sail and left Earth behind.
The
Here,
doors
you
are
don't...
detached to the walls. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, everything is. Everything's detached from everything.
Here you don't have to worry about crazy neighbors, corrupt cops, drunk drivers, or pyromaniacs. You don't have to worry about the ozone layer, the asthma-inducing air pollution. And of course, you don't have to stress about studying for finals or practicing for the big game. But even our divine world of freedom has a few rules. After all, freedom can only exist because of rules. If you're really dead set on returning to that tiny piece of dog poop you call Earth, please do your best to follow the rules. I hope I've made myself perfectly clear.
So then, let's everyone do our best to follow these new guidelines and live happily ever after together!
There are more rules?
Oh, this is probably the same rules.
Yeah.
Bing bong.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
Sat up, still half asleep, and rubbed my eyes. I slowly pulled myself out of bed. Remembered I was in Sayaka's room. I just remembered I promised to eat breakfast with everyone else. Better go get going. Left Sayaka's room and made my way toward the dining hall. There are significantly fewer people here gathered in the dining hall. Hello, Makoto, and good morning. Can you believe it? It was the very first one here this morning. Good morning.
Hey, Makoto.
Morning. I suppose I'm early. Everyone who had arrived on time could be considered modeled high schoolers. The ones who showed up a little late.
Yo,
No.
Sorry.
Sorry I'm late. My makeup just would not cooperate this morning.
Ah, well, hello.
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. My morning duty took a little longer than usual. Gross. For the types with a more relaxed sense of time, most high schoolers fall into this category. And finally, the ones who kept everyone waiting forever.
Indeed.
I suppose I'm late. Good morning, everyone.
My bad, my bad.
I slept right through my alarm.
What's your problem?
It's awful to be late. Didn't oversleep, so you know. Nope, got lost. I blame the Bermuda Triangle.
It's fun.
Don't care about time or other people in general. They're the kind to move at their own pace.
Syke is not here.
But regardless, everyone has arrived. At least that's how it's supposed to go.
Syke is not here.
Wait, we're still missing some people? Some people.
Byakuya is not here either.
Yeah, Sayaka and Byakuya aren't here yet.
No.
I don't know about Byakuya, but definitely put Sayaka in the model high school schooler category. For her to be so late,
What?
what's going on? Did something happen?
Yo.
Hey man, have you seen Sayaka? Why would I have? Just came straight from my room to here. Forget about her breakfast promise?
However,
We're the ultimate lucky high schooler. Maybe somebody came to kill us and killed Sayaka instead. But since she's always has her stuff together. Should everyone talk like that? A small dark speck of unease rose up inside of me. That speck started to go quicker.
Oh my god. So obviously she's dead, right? But she's dead in our room. And
you
we
go.
have
Have to check on
her key.
The words barely left my lips before I flew out into the hall.
Yeah, she's dead in our room and we have her key.
My room. It looks like every single night. You're supposed to be safe. But over the course of that one night, somebody stole the sword and killed her. The room had been completely transformed. What the hell?
She did try to hide in the bathroom.
This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. It's been taken out of the sheath.
Don't touch
More
it.
importantly, where's Sayaka? Good roller. Wait, has way less sheets than it used to. More importantly, where's Sayaka?
I got the keys.
That is not more importantly. Keychain on the ground. There's my name on it. So it must be my room key. Give it to Sayaka when we traded rooms. There are slashes and gouges in the wall and the floor. More importantly, where's Sayaka?
Oh, there's so much.
There's so much to check. This is the replica sword I bought back in self-defense. Sheath for the replica sword. The sword has been left removed. More importantly, where's Sayaka? There are slashes and gouges on the walls and the floor. More importantly, where's Sayaka?
Oh my gosh.
More importantly, where's Sayaka?
What else? What else? What else? Check the drawers.
Now's no time to stare at some stupid surveillance camera.
Okay.
Toolkit is-
everything's still in there.
The toolkit is still inside the drawer and still sealed.
More importantly, where's Sayaka?
That has been damaged too. Space stand the sword was on. More importantly, where's Sayaka? Better check the bathroom. Let's take a look inside. Dead body. Dead body. Sayaka's the first
Kitchen
kill.
Kitchen knife.
Took me a second to realize that I was screaming. What I saw dug its way through my eyes and buried itself in my brain. And then, they went black. Chapter 1, To Survive Deadly Life. I went from daily life to deadly life. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before. When I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. Oh, you're awake. Finally, are you okay? There's no time for sleeping. Get your ass up. You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here.
well,
No surprise, considering what happened. What happened? You okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw? It was real? That's right. It really did happen. Sayaka is dead.
But she was gonna be our girlfriend.
A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is...
Give up.
You check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. No, I have to see for myself. Listen to us, man. What do you think what do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do just sitting around here? Sorry, I had to read that one slow.
That's okay. It happens.
Why are we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Hold on, don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay, but
So...
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
Correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
I would never do that. If you can believe anything you can believe that. He's here again.
Hey,
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not intervene. I promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
listen up.
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the Bear Times 1 rule.
What?
But...
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Come on.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid. That's... what's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot with a Gatling
Oh
gun.
my god.
What a visceral image.
Thanks, Monokuma.
Okay, who doused the shower in pink lemonade? No, don't you get it? It's actually a new Gatorade commercial. I mean, I'm not the only one that remembers those, right? The all black and white commercials.
Yeah,
for
those were lit. Those were
the
lit.
neon sweat commercials that actually made you want to like go out and work out.
Yes.
Until you started working out for exactly 30 seconds and you went, this is not for me. This is not for me. Sorry. This is not for me. Graduate. Someone just followed the rules. There's nothing wrong with that. You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
Wrong.
They used pink Gatorade for blood in this game. How can I be so stupid? They used pink Gatorade for blood in this game. Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer.
I'm pretty sure it's more of a neon food coloring and like Caro syrup mix because it's sticking to the walls pretty well.
Yeah.
Just gonna say.
If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify that little fact. But I'm thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. They looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. You serious? Someone killed someone? It's amazing that some people are capable of.
Okay, here's the I know she didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't mind being in here.
Hey, hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right? Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave.
What?
Why can't they use ketchup for blood? Because that would be bad. They can't use ketchup for blood because the ketchup is too sticky and expensive and it leaves too much of a mess. They need to be able to clean it up afterward.
Ketchup is water soluble. It's in a shower. It'd be easy to clean that up real quick.
Yeah, but you're not going to get rid of that smell.
That's fair. Hero syrup and food coloring, on the other hand, very difficult to clean. Food coloring often does not come out of clothing.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what clothing is going to be there? The dead girl's clothing?
That's fair.
The dead girl, because this is all a play?
Yeah, it is all a play. Like, that's what we've been talking about this whole time.
Because obviously, like, it's just like all of those, like, one of my favorite posts that you can find on online right now
because that's the Danganronpa aesthetic. It's not to scare. It's not to like encourage people to not be afraid of gore or anything. It's just that's the Danganronpa like aesthetic.
Yeah, they're not worried about the gore aspect of it.
They use red for everything except blood.
Think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz out of here? You're super naive, devilishly naive, hellishly naive. No,
Hella
the
naive.
real thing has just begun. Real thing.
Now then.
You ready? Let me explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps...
You're referring to the rule number 6 of the school regulations. Blackened students. What's there discovered? If you're the blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That is what you're talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough to kill someone, you have to actually get away with it. That actually means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with. So a certain amount of time after the murder has taken place, a class trial will begin.
A body
Objection!
has been discovered.
Yep. It'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder. And they and the spotless students will engage in one big debate showdown.
during the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment.
So if you can kill someone and get away with it, everybody else dies and you get out scot-free. But if you can catch them, they die.
Which, of course, means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
This is the actual.
This is the game.
This is the game. It took us 4 episodes to get here, but this is the game.
Whew. If we didn't talk so much, it would be easier to get here. But
talking is also kind of like the point, right?
it is.
Like, we could just sit here and read it out loud and whoop-de-doo. We're like, whatever. We have to be transitive in our
We're
media.
entertainers.
As in, we have to be transitive in our art, transformative in our art. Then what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Well, to put it simply, it's execution. Execution?
What?
Execution, you mean death.
Execution is execution. Execution.
That is a really cool shot on Monokuma.
Very cool. I like it.
Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
So to make sure I understand, we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed.
Well done.
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So basically, what the outside world calls a lay judge system or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Okay, tell me, just to add the rule I just described to your handbook, make sure to keep it in mind. The rule has been added to the regulations menu. Wait, hold on a second. You're freaking insane, you know that? Class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it.
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? What? Saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishments await such blasphemy.
What are you talking about?
Punishment? I don't know. Are you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something?
Shut the hell up.
Say whatever you want, I'm not going to be part of this.
I
Be so selfish.
Stop it.
You know what being selfish Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. Evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. You really want to get out of here? You'll have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. Then...
Uh-oh.
I love that they blacked out the area where her panties would be.
It's nice. Good. Because that's not the focus of this game.
Now.
Yeah. But also, she did just hurt Junko as a thought. Agree with me, Shinigami. Junko is a hoe.
We just haven't been paying attention at all.
What you guys don't know, I've been paying attention to the chat. What you guys don't understand is Junko is the first e-girl.
She really is.
You can't change my mind.
Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help to me, godly spear, Gungnir.
I'm sorry, there's a long-running joke between me and an old stream friend, Arianya, about Gungnir. She's a big fan of a specific character from Final Fantasy IV, Kane, who uses a spear. Gungnir is the final spear, like the magical final spear that you get in the game. But we consistently made jokes that Gungnir was in fact a double-sided dildo of hers.
Amazing.
I don't know that the dildo exists. It was just a theoretical thing, but we consistently said that Gungnir existed and it was in fact a double-sided dildo of hers.
I dig it.
So anytime that I hear Gungnir, I can't help but laugh. I think it's hilarious.
That's adorable.
Oh fuck!
Oh my god.
Oh fuck! Junko's dead.
Oh my god.
Junko's dead.
Quick. And disappointing.
How did hold on? Then why do people know Junko poses? How is Junko dead already?
Man, I don't know.
I'm calling it now. Junko's not actually dead.
Like, she's not, but
like she's gonna be brought back later, and she's gonna be on Monokuma's side, and that's where we're gonna get Junko poses.
I guess.
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. Just like that, she never moved again.
No.
That's just a dead Junko in the middle of the... I'm not allowed to laugh.
I'm just disappointed.
This can't be real. No way!
Well, now.
I'm painfully aware of the great power of the meaning of promise. You wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. What an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junior's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they had seen. Junko, who until a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She'd died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Hey,
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's not more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic. It's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Did you just say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew it.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Are you being metaphorical? You saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on! What do you take me for? I'm Monokuma!
Well, now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in search for the Blackened. This little file that has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it the Monokuma file. Monokuma's bloodlust is showing. I mean, naturally, you guys weren't experts all at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then.
Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
Correct.
Good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
Now
really.
then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. With that, Monokuma disappeared once again.
Great.
He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. .jpg. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. Still kind of fucked up that Junko's dead.
And disappointing.
And for who knows how long. Never said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. There was more to it than that. There was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We'd found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It's like the worst situation imaginable. Yet, even in such perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey,
There's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
in other words.
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything.
What the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible.
An awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
I've been looking at people's hands. I don't see any gold.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
Just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell I'm letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. Just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They're using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. They're right. We just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there's something I need to find out. I don't know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. Terrified to find out, but I still have to know. She died because we're lucky. Time to rename the title. Now there are 2 casualties. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this.
Okay, so you could talk to everyone, or, hear me out, you could just talk to Kirigiri and we gon' die.
We gon' motherfucking die.
So you could talk to everybody, or you could just talk to Kirigiri and Celestia, and those are the ones that are important.
I feel like just talking to Kirigiri and Celestia then.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do with about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed. In that case, I don't mind doing it.
We need at least 2 people to do it.
I don't like having to think anyways. Let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay then, we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no. We can't just leave him there alone. What? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you are in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. What? Fuck you!
So then.
Fine, and I'll stay on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. 2-player co-op base defense with the 2 of them. Their stats, they're totally OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. He sets the last.
Yep, and then we check out the body. It's get the body.
So you finally noticed.
What the crap?
Noticed what? Looking through the monochrome file we received, there's something very obvious and very unusual. Talk it out. Go ahead, take a look. Notice everything interesting about Sayaka died. She died in Makoto's dorm. She's right. Then could it be? Well, it's everyone's theories turning to me. Oh, hold on a second. Got it all wrong. The audio's glitching out. Oh no. Oh. Why is the audio glitching out?
How do we fix it?
Is it our
It's
audio?
hours to the games.
Hold on. Our audio is glitching out.
Oh no.
1 second. I'm gonna have to review this because this is going to be bad if I don't.
That's fair. BRB.
Check my check, check my check. Hello, hello. Are we good?
Hello,
Is this better?
hello.
Are we no longer glitching out?
Hello. Check, check.
For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. And just to believe that, just tell us the truth. Everyone's eyes. I looked in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned.
Yeah, that was
in other words,
really weird.
you think I did it?
Yay.
Junko. I place my hand on Junko's lifeless body. Touched her wrist to check her for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries and losing that much blood, I think I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's real? Hell no. Someone save me. Let me out of here. Someone help me.
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that?
So then,
We're all done talking. We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to go to the bottom. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come up with a final decision. If we get this wrong, well, do I really have to say any more?
perhaps you
Good night, Shinigami.
Good night. I'd rather you didn't, no.
Goodbye.
Everyone, pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym. I'll be going too.
Don't have a buddy anymore.
Just like Kyoko. What? What do you mean by that?
Sayaka was our explore buddy.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, whatever? Dang.
At this point, nobody's our buddy.
That's
Everybody
fair.
thinks we killed Sayaka.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? Better head to the scene of the crime. Oh, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now, they're thinking of destroying that evidence.
Fucking
They
dead.
better not let me find
Fucking
them.
dead.
I'll skip the trial and cave their damn skull in myself. Serious, I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? We're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
Anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
this is very
It
suspicious.
was you? I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. You gonna kill me next?
So,
Well, I guess I wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check just to check.
It was empty. No.
If I wanted to, I couldn't help but investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyways. Alright, I guess I better get going. So, Nervous Girl, ultimate literary person, light novelist or whatever it was, can't stand the sight of blood. Or at least that is what she says.
Okay, so.
Don't tell me anything else, I'm gonna investigate.
Okay.
But it was pointless. Ron had already left. And their parting looks at me had filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did I turn out like this? Seriously, I got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will choose me, and we will all die except for the person who actually did it. Can't let that happen. Can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do now is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. I should look through Monokuma file while we've got it before. The victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appeared to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma File 1 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. We've already investigated the body. Going to help investigate, but I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. Why? She's his corpse. No way, seriously, I don't want to die here. I'm begging you. God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me. I don't care who it is, just get me out of here. He's the killer. Yeah, we've already done this.
Yeah, the only thing left to do is leave.
Yeah. So in this room, anything out of place or new? I mean, obviously we took the sword from before, but nothing else has changed. I'm more interested in checking out.
A room?
Yeah. It didn't even check me. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. Better examine the state of my room a little closer. Will I reveal something new? I tried to go through all this before.
Yeah.
This is the replica sword. I mean, it was used in the attack somehow, and plus, it's been taken out of the sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I should be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of the coating. Remember, the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Replica sword has been added to the truth bullets. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it. Must be my room key. If I remember correctly. Oh, that's right. We have traded keys. When we switch rooms, we switch keys too. So Sayaka would have had the keys here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. It goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or open it for any reason. Maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something? No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone with walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So who did the killer? Switching rooms has been added to the truth bullet section in your handbook. Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little bit? So much to see in this room. Obviously, there's that. I can't look at the trash. The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. There are gouges in the bed like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I would need a toolkit like this.
Maybe fixing your door?
Yeah, seriously. No, Monday. We ain't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? You haven't used yours either then? Not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we're talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the hell would we?
Okay. Okay, look at the wall, look at the floor.
The scratches and gouges in my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? Looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn, I was right. I was right there in the other room. If only I had heard something. That would have been impossible, huh? Don't you remember? All the rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know.
Well,
Perhaps this is another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Evidence of struggle has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. What else is there to investigate?
Look at the sheath, look at the stand, look at the floor.
Playstand sword is on. This is the replica sword I bought back from self-defense. This means it was used to attack somehow. Plus, the sword's been taken out to the sheath, but... Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath, so it must have been made with something sharp. So, whoever was being attacked probably attacked with a knife, and our girl defended herself with a sheath. But if she hit them even remotely with the sword bit, they probably had gold on them somewhere, right? In the first place, even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you'd do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off the middle. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Because the person who was attacking her attacked, and she defended with the sheath.
Alright.
That's where I'm at least. Let's talk
Camera
to.
and monitor aren't gonna give us anything.
No.
I just looked.
Here we go. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
she's down on her knees, carefully inspecting everything in each of the room. That is not on her
Did
knees.
you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. A few seconds later, she suddenly stood up and said,
Listen,
"You a clean freak?" No, I don't think so, but why? She can answer it one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. What do you mean?
so
I've searched your floor from corner to corner. I didn't find a single strand of hair.
indeed.
Not one hair from the victim. Not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Someone have used it?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Makoto's room cleanliness has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook.
Now we can check the shower.
On the other side of the store. I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She'd lost everything that made her. Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I want to give up. I want to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me.
Check out her and the wall.
What is written on the wall?
Hmm.
I looked past Sayaka and the wall behind her. And there I saw
11037.
11037. Written in blood is the numbers 11037. If you flip that upside down.
L-E.
Oh, I.
or L-L.
Loy or lol. Leo.
I don't know.
11037. Yeah, Paranoia just typed it in chat.
Thank you.
Did Sayaka do that? Then we can check the actual body. For myself, I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think. Pulled out Monokuma's file to verify what I said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. Or whatever they used to kill her. Where'd they get it? It's definitely something I would look into later. Also, according to Monokuma's file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure, and it has gold on it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist too, right there, where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery. This definitely concerns me. The other thing that concerns me is there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both of her hands are completely spotless, so how come only her left finger? Sayaka's wrist has been added to the truth bullets. Oh, she probably knew that she was dying, cut her wrist, and wrote the numbers on the wall with the sword. But then why would her hands not be covered in glitter as well?
She didn't cut her own wrist. She used the blood that was from literally anywhere else from her body.
I guess.
It takes a minute or two to bleed out from a stomach wound.
Stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so what broke her wrist must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound.
That's all we can see.
It would seem.
You found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. There's seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with her life itself. Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? The numbers she wrote, what do you think they mean? I have no idea what it could possibly mean.
So.
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location, then she was sitting in the way. We found her. Means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. You want to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be?
Well.
Think about it. Not gonna tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself, otherwise the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. No idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Noelle? You can see the split between there. That's
Leon.
Not Leon?
Leon did it.
Leon.
Leon did it.
Dying message has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook.
If she's writing like this.
Yeah, so it's upside
Or
down,
like
and
this.
it's not two things. She's just couldn't get the last thing to connect.
It was
It's Leon. Sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means, but honestly, I have no idea. Isn't Leon the guy that you like?
Yeah.
The guy with the red hair?
Yeah.
Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
That's one thing I wanted to ask you about. You know, by the way, you should laugh at that. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck? Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was locked, but once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook.
Correct.
The door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
Didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. Able to Kyoko and shut the bathroom door? Huh? The doorknob. The heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. So we're gonna go check Leon's room. And Leon's toolkit's gonna have been opened. Whatever it was, it's obviously what it wasn't intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
Guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? Just doing the awesome thought. Then apparently struck with a sudden realization, she got a question to ask me.
Just a second.
Just have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about it? Oh, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. Got the sense that she was really starting to get into all of this.
I see.
And that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Bathroom doorknob has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also should look into the DVD Sayaka got. The Sayaka Dad, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. On top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. I don't think we're even going to be allowed into Leon's room right now, but I would like to try it out. No, Paranoia, you're mistaken. It's not Leoli. The two eyes are actually an N, but the N's middle didn't connect the way that she wanted it to. It's Leon.
You could barely see a swipe through them. Barely. Just
She
barely.
wrote Leon upside down without moving at all. So it's actually Leon. Hey, killer.
Seems like...
Doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. Can't stop thinking about it. Could it be a nameplate? Hold on. Huh? Definitely my room, but the nameplate with Sayaka's name on it. Somebody changed the nameplates.
Interesting.
This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate is my name on it. Nameplates on my room and Sayaka's rooms were switched. So all the effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But how would anyone do that?
Interesting.
Where's Leon's room? Placed my hand on Leon's door and noticed a human-shaped blur come tearing out of the depths of the hallway.
You bastard!
Hold up, hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
I mean, seriously?
Does my room have anything to do with the investigation? I suppose it's a natural reaction to someone trying to go into your room without permission.
Try going through other people's rooms, see if they come out too. If you didn't know it already, you sure do now. Oh, check the trash room. Check the trash room.
Okay, the trash room?
This is not, I haven't read it in the walkthrough, but what if we find red hairs on the lint roller paper somewhere in here?
There's a sturdy gate here, nobody get past. This is the end of the line, the trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't.
No entry beyond this point, only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
Only person on cleaning duty is let in. Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go any
Oh my
further.
gosh, shut up.
Cleaning duty has been added to the truth bullets section of the handbook.
So who's on cleaning duty?
Do we even... I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either.
Becky, can you tell me something about the cleaning duty? No.
Such
A
ignorance.
child lost in the woods, you know that? A total waste of space. Taka's the one who has any interest in organizing things like that. Oh, good point. Where's Taka? That is shift tab. That's not what I needed. I needed regular tab. Nobody's in this area. I guess let's head back into the school. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Leon is the killer. There's Taka. Cleaning duty, eh? As a matter of fact, Monokuma came and talked to me yesterday morning. Really?
Listen to me.
He probably realized I was basically in charge, so he decided to talk to me directly. Topic of conversation was assigning cleaning duty. So you're on cleaning duty now? Actually, no. Okay, who is? Hifumi was also there when we had this conversation. He volunteered right away, so I let him have it. So he is on cleaning duty then.
Count on it.
Indeed, but we'll swap out on a weekly basis, so I'm sure you'll be up before too long. And when that time comes, I'll be counting on you. So which one is he for me again? Is he the nerd?
What?
Is he for me the fat nerd dude?
One of the girls we don't like. I want to say it's
He
the
said
girl we don't
he.
like. Oh. Can't remember. Probably him.
Yeah, he's he for me. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? So happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time, so I formally applied for the position. I'm going to start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room. Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it into the trash room. To do that, they gave me the keys to the trash room gate. We're supposed to rotate on once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get into the trash room? The person on cleaning duty has access to the key? What's the point of going through all that trouble? I'll just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want. It does seem more convenient, actually. Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered.
So that's it.
Devil Boy gets to live a little longer. Must be why. Anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The girl would disappear and things would become boring.
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more importantly than that,
Hey, you bastard.
hey Fatty, why'd you want a cleaning duty gig anyway?
Oh,
I decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. It's a big deal.
You.
Liar, I know what you
Is
did.
it like.
You want to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, poking around at that.
No way
What are you talking about? My love is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
There are all kinds of trash diggers like that. You'll get tired of 2D, and then you'll turn to... I would never get tired of 2D! Spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily choose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
Are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? So worried about Hifumi's questionable morality? There's a very easy solution. If a guy has cleaning duties, Sakura can accompany them from picking up trash to disposing of it.
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? That's not how it's supposed to... Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What? So now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet.
Oh my god.
Mean you haven't helped me recover from past trauma or save a village or beat a boss? No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around. Oh, okay. So easy. So Hifumi and I headed to the trash room. You think we'd open the gate, wouldn't you? I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. Sorry, I should be reading this correctly. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. You know what that is a reference to, right?
No.
That's Shawshank Redemption. And
I never saw that
that
one.
line is read. That line is read by Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
Morgan Freeman. Okay, Doki, leave it to me. Ifumi pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then,
Mr. Naegi!
without a doubt. Surely you aren't planning on using the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend! You planned this all along. No? Just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. Actual killer is you, isn't it? Wanted to see if you had left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world? Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep going. Aha! What is this? Something on the ground in front of the incinerator. Looks like a burnt piece of something. Clothing.
That's the sleeve.
Burnt piece, like a hunk of burning love. Anyway, it looks like a piece of cloth, and the shape, it's part of a sleeve from a button-up shirt. Now that I look at it, it's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left is some of the evidence of the killer destroyed. There are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This is enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. Looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
That? You know what it is? Collected all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's kind of a thing you might see on a big city street corner. Gaze into it and you'll show you a glimpse of your future. Just like the Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy. I get what you're trying to say, but who does this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. Better go find out for sure.
The ultimate psychic.
Yeah, the ultimate psychic.
So we got 2 now. Because here's the thing. The ultimate psychic, or whoever really killed it, could have put the letters there to frame them. They could have also put, whoever it really was could have also put the crystal ball there to frame the ultimate psychic.
It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. Ah, it's on right now. Do the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator. It's a pretty simple setup. Press the green button and you get it going, and yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later you'll be cleaning duty, so you make sure you learn this before you do, okay? Someone turned on the incinerator on? Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Do you realize what you just said? Huh? The fairy? No, you just said last time you were here the incinerator was off. Yes.
Last time you were here.
About that, there can be no mistake. I got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. Haven't been back to the trash room since then. Since I'm the only one who has the key to open the gate, it'd be impossible for the incinerator to be on. And yet...
They were able to throw whatever it was.
Throw a baseball star was able to throw a crystal ball and turn on the thing,
After
followed by throwing his own shirt into the thing to get rid of the blood. 30 feet away, only the ultimate baseball star could throw that distance. We're on to you, Leon. We're on to you.
You can only throw that distance and be accurate about it as well.
So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how's that possible? The thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. Does that mean... Mr. Biggie, will you be confessing soon? Why me? It already knows you did it. Well, the mysteries are being solved one by one. Like he's living out his comic book fantasies. The button turns it on, the other button turns it off. It seems that way. What else is there to explore in here? There's a trash can. There's a huge trash can. Is that where we're supposed to put the trash we can't burn? Well, whatever it's for, it doesn't look like it's hiding any clues. Nice! Got a nice coin back. Oh, I just realized I wasted those fucking treasures on giving them to...
Before we leave the dorms, I'm sorry, this is kind of spoiler. Go into Sayaka's original room and get the DVD, because I really don't feel like having to come all the way back here.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
Because, like, yeah, it's like, by the way, you should go watch the DVD, and I'm like, I don't want to have to come back here. Get it now.
Should probably do that.
What time do you have work tomorrow, Paladin?
9 o'clock. 9 to 5. 9 is like, aside from a closing shift, 9 is like the latest I get to leave. So I need to go talk to the ultimate psychic because his psychic ball was missing. Ultimate clairvoyant, sorry. I'm also supposed to talk to the ultimate programmer about the numbers we saw. She's going to be the one that tells us, maybe there's something upside down. Even though we've already figured that part of the puzzle out.
Yeah. Well, it's the first one. It's supposed to be easier.
This is one of those kinds of games that, like, even after you yourself have figured it out, like, you technically have to, you're supposed to, like, gather up all the evidence. Let me ask you something. What is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11057. Do you have any idea what these numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something? Sorry, no.
I'm sorry.
Just don't know. Well, don't worry about it. Thanks for trying. She's letting on? Oh, it couldn't be. Hey, Hiro, can I ask you something? No. Gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. I had enough. Gotta break free. Here, snap out of it. Kodo, what are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? It's my crystal ball, but it's all smashed. What the hell?
What the heck?
Well, I bought it because the guy said it was blessed. Said it was unbreakable. How did it break? Is it actually made of glass and not crystal? That totally duped me. Said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. Said whoever controlled the crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you? Yeah, that's mine for sure. Probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have came by and snatched it. But it's in the laundry room? It means anyone could have found it and taken it. Shatter crystal ball has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Thanks, Hiro. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I almost forgot to ask, but how did you pay for that thing? I think I saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million.
Damn.
Million? Pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's too stupid. Can't even feel bad for him. Right. That's all I can do here, right?
Yeah.
Where did the knife come from?
It came from the kitchen.
I was saying, the knife probably came from the kitchen.
Kitchen and AV room are the only things we have left.
I mean, obviously, we have to go to the AV room to look at the video, and we go to the kitchen to confirm that the knife was taken from there. Which means that somebody would have taken the knife before nighttime. Should be able to use this to see what's on DVD. That DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. Officially appeared, it seems like something kind of concert. Being on stage in front of the center was a face recognized all too well, Sayaka. He was there along with the friends she had been so important to her. He was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. The vision started to blur and darken, and then the voice had come to despair so much it began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark. The next moment, still something I could hardly believe. Dead. Sayaka disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that is the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Blamed herself.
Look for the answer after graduation. I'm warning the video cut off. Super famous pop group, everyone knows who they are. Trying to say that she was even able to get to them? That really did happen. Everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. And the person would take things this far. And finally, we check the kitchen.
Yep. And then we go to the red door. And that's when the class trial begins.
Yeah, the Monokuma door.
Yes. Were you really disconnected this whole time?
Did it just finally turn off?
No, it just randomly said,
It said
connected.
That's great.
I never realized it was disconnected.
I love it.
Like, she never told me she was disconnected.
Yeah, the only place we have access to knives from is the kitchen. Listen, we all already know that Leon did it. They're just making us go through the fucking steps at this point. Looks like one of them is missing. Is it from the very beginning, or I better see if anyone else knows more about it.
And then we go talk to Aoi.
Who is the girl just outside of this room, right?
Yes. Kitty girl.
Yeah, titty girl.
Looks so
She does have
Look
some.
at her
She
sweet
does
little
have some
face.
bomb-ass titties.
But that face, though.
Mm-hmm.
But that face, though. That face!
She's got some bomb-ass titties and the heart of an angel.
She does.
Hey, so did
Her titties are so big because it needs to protect her heart because it's so gentle.
She's gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, and knives just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice neat row. So when did you notice all of them disappeared? Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, the knives was gone. You're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. You should be able to say for sure, you can tell everyone I didn't come into the dining hall last night, because I didn't take it. Aoi's account has been added to the truth bullet section of the handbook. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? Of course not, I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her? Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Dong, bing, bong. That means we're running out of evidence, or things to collect for evidence. Which means it's time to go and do the actual trial.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial!
Like I
Can't
said,
prove nothing if they all did.
like I said, this game is essentially significantly higher stakes, Phoenix Wright.
Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the
I guess it's
proceedings.
the same stakes, because, like, typically speaking, Phoenix Wright also deals in death trials as well, in murder trials.
We have plenty of evidence, Paranoia. We'll be fine.
Please
We already
go
know
through
it's
the red
Leon.
door on the first floor of the school.
We knew it was Leon like 3 seconds in.
Oh, yeah, real quick.
Red door on the first floor. That's where we should go. No, where I have to go. You're Makuta. We've all been waiting for you. But you were afraid you'd be discovered as the murderer. You are.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There, we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. They really are convinced I did it. But I didn't do it. And Saika both know that all too well. Then who is the killer? Leon.
Totally Leon.
He's right back there in the back right.
Sad. Why
The
did
one
it have
who
to be
murdered
Leon?
Saika.
He was
Is
best
it really
boy.
one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
I'm not even gonna talk to these motherfuckers.
Yep.
Well done.
All these people think I did it. I'm gonna prove them all wrong. Not scared isn't quite right. Said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, well, you'll never come to grips with the truth. You didn't come to the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. Sayaka's honor is where I'll find out who the real killer is. As my voice, trying to give myself courage, I turned trembling with anticipation toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed and the elevator started to move. Leon is definitely not best boy. Toko is definitely best boy. By
Sidekick boy?
definition, Toko is best boy. He's literally the lawful good boy of the group.
That's fair.
The steel box descended with heavy, clunky sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Oh,
Rather than that, it's not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment. Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. See, I have that weird gravelly voice going on from being sick. That means that I can do the ultimate narrator voice. Yo ho ho, you finally arrived.
That's not the narrator.
What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set. Right.
Shit.
Not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and let's sit down. Hurry up now. Hurry up. We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer that tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on this first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly last trial.
Please save the data. Yes,
Yes.
please. After the trial, there should be 12 students. Yes, there should be 12 students. 15,
Set
and then
skills.
14 Sayaka, 13 Junko, and then 12 is gonna be Leon.
Increase damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed, effective during the bullet time battle. The hell? The only skill I have. What is this? Open e-handbook, truth bullets. I've got 18 truth bullets.
That's a lot of bullets. need the presents right now. So.
Finish preparations. Last trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Oh, you gotta play this game with us, Bear.
Friendship penetrates.
Turn it off. That's it. I'm done with this game. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Friendship
Turn it
penetrates.
off.
Turn
Turn it off. I hate this game.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat?
You know what? It's all better now. It's fine.
There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
For everything else being like perfectly made for us up to this point, there's only 15 dorms. So why does the courtroom have 16 chairs? Or why does the courtroom have 16 chairs if the dorm only has 15 dorms?
First up is the case summary. Now,
I'm thinking.
let the class trial begin.
I'm thinking. Before we all met each other, did we even know that there were dorms? No. What if someone died before we all met each other?
I don't trust
What if
that
there were
either.
originally 16
But then there
dorms?
would at least be a 16th empty room.
What if there was
right?
a 16th empty room and it got like deleted or something? I don't know.
Demolished or deleted or
Yes.
whatever. I don't know. Plus, but Monokuma has his own like jury stand.
Yeah.
It's about to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely.
Please.
As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you have your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to aim and fire with the left mouse
I
button.
have the answers right here if we get stuck.
Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well, then good luck and have fun.
Fun. Okay.
Make your arguments.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Obviously.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Huh? Something's off about what you just said. Because if Sayaka had resisted at all, there's no explanation for what would have happened to my room. For the first debate, we'd like to... A quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot or refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, some words appear in a different color, which you happen to notice. Represents a potential hole in a person's statement, a possible weak spot. The weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate sections of a person's statement. The truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots, so you can, once you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure they're actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward any argument by holding down the control key. Well, then good luck, have fun.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizona.
I mean, I fired the bullet.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom.
There.
In the bathroom?
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by
What do you mean?
surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Maybe we're missing.
No, I did it. Oh, I'm supposed to aim at the text.
Oh.
I have control over this.
Yeah, we know that part already.
I'm supposed to actually physically shoot the text.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Yep.
No, that's wrong.
There we go.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Okay, I get how this works now.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
You determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Make your argument. Get your knife set. That's what's in the chamber currently.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
Wasn't some random knife.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
I like my Sakura voice better.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
How dumb are these kids?
These are fucking stupid children.
How dumb
These
are these kids?
So stupid.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
Leon,
I don't think that's true at
you
all.
killer.
I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's on my side for this one. She's right.
Yeah, because she figured it out as soon as we did.
Yep. Just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. It's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Sure. I've never played this game before. You can concentrate by holding down the space key. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential. Concentrating like that consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you cannot concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest, no need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. Make your argument. I always account, so they're gonna say, like, obviously it was me, but it can't be me because I wasn't in the kitchen when the knife was taken.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret. Nobody was in.
No, that's wrong.
Because I've got all
Okay,
of the
wait,
truth
hold
bullets.
on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there, and when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen with my glass, one of the knives was gone. You're saying the knife disappeared when you were drinking your tea in the dining hall.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
One of them would die.
Exactly.
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Okay.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rules?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops, did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl.
They're both girls.
It's unwholesome.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other
That is an
possibility
entire
is
ass
there?
woman.
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore. Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then she wound up dead.
Sayaka took the knife. Then somebody tried to kill her with the sword. It didn't work. Broke her wrist. She dropped the knife, and Leon stabbed her. Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... Sayaka.
I got it!
Then Sayaka is the one who took the
That's
knife.
the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen.
Hey, Martu Uwu.
As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Yes. Because Baseball Boy wouldn't take the knife, but Baseball Boy would slam down, and that's why the sheath has scratch marks in it.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
I don't like you, Toko.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
We know it's Leon because she definitely scrawled Leon's name on the wall, even if people think it's just numbers.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering.
They tried to break their own lock.
And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
No problema. I speak Spanish in Chile. Yo hablo un poquito español. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Audio on your side is glitching out again?
Again?
No!
Oh.
1 second. Okay, I guess it fixed itself. I don't know.
Good?
Is it better? Is it good? I don't know what caused it to stop being good.
This trial is getting pretty intense.
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more about it? Absolutely. As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the mouse to aim and press the left mouse button to shoot the desired letters. Shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If the gauge reaches 0, you're out of time and you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Wait, do you remember which button was the concentrate button?
The space bar. Something that should have been...
Depending on how fast these letters fly.
Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't must be the crucial point.
Do you remember what it is?
We can just figure out what it was, what that is. It's the hair, right? Hangman's Gambit.
Alright, my guy.
H-A... What is it? How do you spell hair?
H-A-I-R.
A...
No!
H-A-I-R. Yeah, you have to shoot it multiple times.
Oh, okay.
Now I understand.
It made bad sounds, and I was worried.
No, you shoot it multiple times before it actually makes the thing happen.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit...
Muchas gracias, Bartu. Sayaka's nose hair. It all makes sense. Yes.
Why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The
Clever
reason
kid.
all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
Her dead body is in.
Like, come on.
That makes sense, does it not?
No.
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Gotcha, the killer broke. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Bathroom door frame, bathroom doorknob. Present item.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
This is intense.
The doorknob?
It is.
What doorknob?
The doorknob for my
Take
bathroom.
me camping, because
It
we're
was completely
intense.
broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
Yeah, that's a whole ass woman. That is an entire ass woman.
Sí, Sakura es un chico. Un chica.
Oh, right, right.
Lo siento. Like I said, un
Whole ass girl.
poquito español. Okay, true, but what does it
In
mean?
trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
So sad that he was the first killer.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
I almost didn't notice at first, but it's the key point there. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to learn, hear more? I guess. Like, I should know more.
Why can't you tell us all the rules at once? Like,
Because they're gonna introduce. Because if they did, this would be overwhelming.
that's fair.
Introduce them bit by bit by bit, and we learn it as we go.
That's
That's
fair.
how all video games work.
Yeah, that's fair.
From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots there are, only one lie or contradiction in the debate trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. There's a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they say, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You will have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies and contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. I mean, I figured this was coming up.
Fair.
The bathroom door frame. Only I and Sayaka knew that the door frame was broken.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
That's true.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Or we can assume that that's true.
Then the killer ran after her. and they got into the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
No?
Because Sayaka had
There it
locked
is.
No, that's wrong.
The door doesn't lock.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Our door just happened to look like it was locked, and our nameplate switched. So, Leon here thought the door was locked.
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yep, true as true can be.
I like the Monokuma theme.
It's a good theme.
But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door. That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Crime took place in my room.
I got it! The killer
I knew that
must
one
not
was gonna
have
be difficult,
realized
so I
that
told
it
you.
was my room.
Yeah, it was a very confusing question.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's
Inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms.
And for some reason, our
nameplate
nameplate switched as well.
Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Yeah, look bad.
Yeah, feel bad about it. Die mad.
Die mad. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But
Wait,
what happens
what
if
was
we
true?
can't decide on who we think did it?
I have to go. It was true. Bye.
It's real.
Yeah. Adios.
Bye.
Buenas noches.
Probably meant it was real.
Well,
Probably.
Why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? Do you really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Congratulations, you've reached 100 messages today with Restream Chat.
Oh, nice.
I think it's the first time we've seen that.
Nice. Roll Tide.
Does no one have any
This is,
other
I think, the most
thoughts or
active chat's been in a while.
It does not
Because
matter how
we have a lot to
trivial they may
say.
seem.
Oh, bye.
Bye-bye. Does no one have any other thoughts? Okay.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
I'm also actually confused on this
Same,
one.
same.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
They probably got inside when she left the room to go get the knife and then hid.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone
These
picked
locks
the
are
lock?
unpickable.
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something,
Incorrect.
and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. Switching rooms.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
There goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
She did have the
Unusual way to
knife.
Consider it. But look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
She definitely did have the knife. So maybe she was planning on killing somebody. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure. Don't get the wrong room, okay? Sayaka. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure. Don't get the rooms wrong, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
See, I tried checking the notepad several times.
Oh man, I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
They actually do that in, what's it called? I was specifically saying they do that in Death Note.
Oh,
When they do that in Death Note, where the two people are having the conversation but they're writing, and then somebody else comes back through and like checks. Like they had actually, they don't do exactly that by like shading it in, but somebody beforehand, whenever they bugged the room, also marked the notepad with their thumbnail and noticed that their thumbnail mark was gone. Same thing.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
In that note, Sayaka wrote it.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
So the death might not even been a premeditated thing, but in fact a self-defense.
Huh.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Always. Every
Very
time.
well then.
Celeste,
Pay
every single time
attention.
you speak, I want to listen to you.
Alright, here we go. Dorm nameplates. They got switched.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
That's correct.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
It did?
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room
That's it.
that Makoto was staying in.
Nope. It said make sure to check the nameplates.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
That was the point of switching rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then who did it?
There's one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who would have switched the rooms... Sayaka?
Yeah.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room. Yeah.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
Because she was planning on killing somebody in Makoto's room and blaming Makoto.
Because we basically promised her that we would cover for her.
Yeah.
What?
And she died instead because the person that came got the sword that was in our room, defended himself, got the knife, and killed her instead.
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room.
I always feel like we're like 3 steps ahead of this entire conversation.
That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
No.
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies
Like that
in
Leon's like
initial
nervous.
struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
But everybody kind of has like their confused nervous face, yeah.
Then...
Oh, look at her
just can't figure
face!
out what happened during
So
the fight,
cute!
right?
I'm glad she wasn't the first one to die.
Same.
There was a replica
I also really
sword
hope that
at
they
the
become
murder
girlfriends.
scene. Was that perhaps used during
I mean,
the
they're both
fight?
gonna die at some point, but I really hope they're girlfriends.
What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because there's no doubt Sayaka's wrist.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
And the reason she doesn't have any on her hands is because she initially had the actual knife, got hit on the wrist, Leon grabbed the knife and stabbed her.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yes. You're getting used to these non-stop debates. Starting with the next debate, let's try loading multiple truth bullets into the truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute proper statements. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll damage the influence gauge. You use the Q key to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the Q key. You use your mouse wheel. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purpose of this time, the logic difficulty will be set to meme.
Why?
Well then, good luck and have fun. Replica sword sheath, kitchen knife set, replica sword.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Sheath.
I missed it.
Gotta wait for it to go over.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden in her way.
That is correct.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Except it was the sheath, not the sword. It attacked first. There's no explanation that a certain part of the sword got damaged.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
Hey, Ricey.
Hey!
I think we're about to get it.
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you defend yourself first, unsheath the sword and attack, break the wrist, grab the knife, and stab.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
No.
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and
Lots of talking.
Sorry,
Incorrect
but I
word.
don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Leon.
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that
Her
makes
hands
this
were
clear.
clean.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Once again, the sword
Like I
bleeds
said
gold.
before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Why would she do that?
Yeah, why would she do that?
But I don't think so.
You don't have
Who would even think to do that?
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Oh my god.
No, that's not it at all.
Just because you're wrong.
Watch the gold getting off her hands because certain regulation that talks about it.
Water's turned.
The water was off.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh,
which is kind of silly,
I didn't know
but
that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower today yet.
Gross.
Why? It's been 5 days.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
Which do you guys hate more, Toko or Hifumi? Toko's great. What are you even talking about? Hifumi sucks. I'm thinking Toko's the no. Is Toko her? Or I thought Toko was the boy in the white.
Yeah, I thought Toko was boy.
So anyway.
Yeah.
No, he's Taka. Toko is the girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a hard decision.
I think I hate Toko more.
Honestly, I think I hate Hifumi more.
I hate Toko more.
I just hate his gerbil face.
I think that he's silly, but he doesn't seem purposefully antagonistic. She seems to hate everyone for no good reason.
I just hate his face.
The killer is the
Like that's what does it in for me.
But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was
Sayaka.
I got it!
Sayaka was attempting to kill.
She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka
Makoto.
was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, where she was
I don't
staying.
like the way she says Makoto.
And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
Makoto.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out, while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For
When you're
one
trying to
thing,
get out of here,
even if her plan
any risk is
worked,
worth it.
Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
We also
I'm
didn't
sure
know about
Sayaka
the rules
realized the
beforehand.
same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
This is the first case, Ricey.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Fair and valid.
Wait, then...
Yeah, case one.
saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn.
Oh, look at Leon!
That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on. That can't be true. Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
There's a time limit?
Oh, yeah. We gotta
Yeah,
decide who
every
we
time
think
we have
did
to
it.
choose something, it has a timer. We're still currently at like 9 minutes. We'll be fine.
Makoto,
It
right now you
technically
just need
keeps
to
resetting every
concentrate on
time we have
figuring
numbers
out
to
the
play.
answer to this
okay,
mystery.
good.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? And as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Except there's so much left. Dying message. Yep.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues,
That's it.
right?
No, it's wrong. There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining. Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037.
Leon.
Yep.
Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yeah, because if you look at her hand,
Left
she
index
had...
finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
being able to see the fact that we can see the drag.
You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
When you try to spell boobies on the calculator.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just a look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these
It's elite
first
speak.
two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
Hour?
But even if that really is an N037,
Noel.
doesn't make any more sense than before.
Sent it to Leon. Don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Rotate it.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Legas.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
It's like his dying message reveals the real killer's name. The message 100 degrees. Become crystal clear. Select someone. Leon.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
That is the burnt piece of shirt. There it is, burnt shirt piece.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
This is taking forever. Which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something else that we need to pay attention to. How it was disposed of.
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Let me at least try first. You've been saying it as I've been going to click on it.
I want to go.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
I want to go on to the next
You can't reach
part.
the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. Real killer. That's the crystal ball. Take your argument. Shattered crystal ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
Yes.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to
Nope.
destroy the evidence.
No, that's wrong.
You don't have to get close to it if you can throw well. Boom.
Hold on.
See, I told you I could do it on my
I
own.
think I know how someone could
I
dispose
don't need you
of
to
the
tell me.
evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use the... Throw it.
I can fine with it.
Fine with it was an option.
Simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw that.
Been streaming for 3 hours.
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
I want to get more of this game, but this case is so long.
This case has been going on for about an hour.
Hifumi had the key, So the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer
All the
was
chapters
able to
are
hit
so
the switch
long.
without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Do we stop before the trial? I don't know. I mean, I wanted to get the trial over with.
Wait, no, just
I feel like this is like the end of the trial would be a good ending.
The end of the trial is a good ending.
At least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
The ultimate baseball player could.
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Ultimate baseball star.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Baseball.
You can't be serious.
Bubba.
I'm not the killer. These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong. I'm telling you.
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Every case has one last element to bring the case trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In the phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce and flow the events of the case in front of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the truth panels. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the left mouse button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright, so let's see here. So Makoto went for the kill. He went to grab. He blocks, right? No. Let's see here. What's...
He backed into the room. Oh, wait.
Hold on. Act 1. Tries to go for the door. I'm very confused. Can you... what is going on here?
1. Killer entering the room.
That's right. It's going left to right. It's going left to right. I'm less confused now.
Okay,
So killer enters the room, goes in, immediately the sword is behind him.
Back to the sword.
Grabs the sword and defends himself. Cracks the wrist, is able... No, this is the incinerator. This scrolls so poorly.
Yeah. Okay, so there.
So bam. Goes...
Gold sword in front of Saya.
Can I? Oh, I can scroll further. She drops knife. That's what happens there.
Yeah.
Then, where is... I hate how this scrolls.
Okay, the next one is
Then she's scared. Yeah, screwdriver in the door. It's got the knife. Bam. She writes her blood. Is that correct, or is there more to see on this side?
Yeah, that's correct. The name.
Writes the name with the blood. Hold on. I want to scroll back a little bit. I want to scroll back a little bit because we just not drop knife here. Let's see here.
So.
He blocks, pulls sword, hits her. So I don't need to have sword out and her running away, do I? Because her dropping the sword was a whole thing, or her dropping the knife was a whole thing.
1. Killer entering the room. 2. Killer backing into replica sword. 3. Killer blocking knife with replica sword. 4. Gold sword in front of Sayaka.
Okay, so it is this one next. Not the knife dropping, because she drops the knife in this scene.
Yeah.
Gold sword in knife. So she runs in. He grabs knife, opens door,
Screwdriver. and then
stab, right, dead, cleanup, which is going to be with lint roller. Lint rollers, then, is there a crystal ball? Crystal ball, throw, bam, on, shirt in, and bit of shirt left, right?
Yep.
Here's exactly what happened.
That is so difficult to read.
Right?
Look back at the case from the beginning.
I guess I could have like left click to figure out what was actually supposed to be happening.
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
At least she knows where to poop.
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open.
I've read a lot of manga before as well. I just wasn't ready for it. I should have expected it.
Yeah.
For some reason, with them saying comic book, I was expecting left to right.
What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
Killer thought the door was locked.
So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence.
Rolling it up with his lint roller.
First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator.
Leon is they. Leon is, yeah.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
I mean, obviously, along with Crystal Ball.
Yeah.
Leon.
Complete.
It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object. Of course I do. I object, I object, I object. I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence. Your first bullet time battle is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you engage them in a head-to-head battle.
Oh my.
We like to refer to this as bullet time battle, aka BTB, by the way. BTB, BTW. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Watch your button press with the tempo markers as they move across the screen and reach the center. It's so hard to tell what I'm supposed to do. Press the right mouse button to lock on to an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the left mouse button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Like, I really don't understand what this is trying to tell me to do. Do this consecutively, and you'll start a combo. Keep this up, and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you initiate a tempo down. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Deal enough damage to your opponent, and their weak spot statement will appear. At this point, you can press the left mouse button to shoot it down with a truth bullet, like any other statement. Shoot their statement fast enough, and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0, you will run out of time. You fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. That is so confusing to try and show with fucking slideshows.
It's a rhythm game, so right-click the statement and then click the statement with the time.
So the right-click does not have to be on time.
No.
I can just right-click, bam, 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 right-click, bam, bam, bam,
Yes.
bam. Okay.
Instead, they must have used
But
something
every
that
time you miss, it
belonged
slows
to
down,
them.
and every time you hit,
Mm-hmm.
it speeds up.
They use something of their own to remove the screws. Either to bend.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
To show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out. It's his screwdriver set. I already know, but...
Yeah.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me?
I do have to do it on the beat. I have to lock on the beat.
You lie. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
Okay. That is...
Shitty.
That is bad. That is really, really bad to do on a mouse.
Guess what? Guess what? You have to do that at least 8 more times.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Well, maybe at least 6 more times, depending on how many times people just die.
The killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
So they wouldn't even bother to check to see if she had a toolkit because she would have had a sewing kit.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this,
Would he have it on his person? Do the rest of you have it on your person?
Of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
That is the face of a defeated man.
So,
Yes, it
you
is.
have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
That's spooky.
That is very spooky.
Gonna be in your nightmares tonight, guys.
Rank A.
Yay!
Nice. 78 medals.
Holy shit!
Holy shit, that's a
Holy
lot of
shit.
medals. We're going to the store.
Yeah, we are.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Guilty. So do we get to see how he dies?
Sure hope so.
Yeah, right on the money. The Blackened in this case is the one that killed Sayaka. Was none other than Leon Kuwata.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
You son of a bitch!
What the hell's wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, you did. It was kill or be killed.
That's why.
Killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this. It was just unlucky. That's all.
Hey, come on!
Just expect me to accept my death? Things become clear. The decision we made was the right one after all. When I think about that, honestly, we're better off when we've been wrong. Because that, if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But, even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her, and that video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here with no way out. While they're waiting for me. Can afford to be stuck in here. Yeah, she was the one that was the most freaked out about being stuck away from those people. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. I've seen something like that happen to them, and Sayaka. Whatever it took to reach that dream, I mean it, even things that weren't so pleasant. Sayaka, for her friends, that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. When she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was playing us. She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me from in the first place? Guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's it. Boy, howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? You need to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside she descended into pure madness. What'd you say? I understand, I really do, yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Passion, intimacy, love, the stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it, everything. It's all your fault. Friendly and friendly, I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
Eager as I was, latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough and sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. It's a close one. Thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwata will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice, I had to kill her.
That's it?
Protecting myself in the heat of the moment, it was self-defense.
Is that okay?
Exactly, was it self-defense? You forced your way into the bathroom. Did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room, and you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder? Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh.
You sure? You're closer to her than anyone, were you not? You killed your precious Sayaka, do you understand? I say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because this is the one to blame is him. If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Did you awaken to your sense of justice? Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, people with those sorts of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that awakens within you? Just shut up. Okay, well anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment.
I'm begging you, please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now.
No more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star.
No!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting for that.
Punishment time?
Yes.
Did you know that was coming?
Oh, I've heard the sound clip before.
Okay.
So like I've been waiting for
Oh
him to
boy,
say
this
that.
is weird.
Oh man. Okay.
Game over. Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment.
Oh, okay.
Weirdly specific art style for this. In use. It's a baseball scoreboard. No, they're gonna pelt him with baseballs.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like a pitching machine, but also a machine gun. Yeah, it's a pitching machine gun. They hit him 1,000 times with baseballs? Holy shit. That's a horrible way to die.
Yep. God. We all just stood there and watched it.
That is brutal as hell.
Can we all agree to stop killing each other for a while?
He's just a dead corpse laying on a pole. That's fucked up.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Well, that's exactly what I wanted.
That is, whoo! We saw. That was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Man, my adrenaline is pumping out of control. Can we not just, like, I desperately want to stop playing now.
No, you can't do that apparently.
No, not during anything like this.
Nope.
We gotta wait till we get to the next cutscene or something.
It is almost 11 o'clock. We've been doing
Can't take this
for
anymore.
3.5 hours.
Do we really have to keep doing this? Yeah, I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I want to go to bed.
I honestly thought this was going to be like a 30-minute, and I was like, oh, we'll do it for 2.5 hours.
like
It's not
it.
a big deal.
Yeah. What we gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. That's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
This is a completely and totally blind playthrough, yes, Ricey. The fuck are you doing all this evil shit for? Make it sound like some dark, awful secret society type of guy. Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear. So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal? Seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make any sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale, or just don't think it's impossible. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying, what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit.
Piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground.
Gonna pound your ass.
Into the ground.
Gonna pound your ass.
You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. Wouldn't no class trials take a while?
Yeah, we're
Shit, well, you're in for a ride. Yeah, if I had known that a class trial was literally going to take 2 hours, I would have literally saved and been like, all right, we'll be back next week.
Yeah, this is almost an entire stream in and of itself.
Time passes, you can cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You are to blame. Of course, we can't cut free of the outside world. You're trapped. Well, blah, blah, blah. Boy, isn't it wonderful how we get to live here forever.
What does this mean?
Trying to say, feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in here, like before. Black and punishment, that's what everyone is waiting for after all.
Hey.
You say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. Need to save some for the fun for later. Just like that, he was gone. He left us there overwhelmed by a nightmare-fueled reality.
Oh.
Nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
For a second. She moved close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. About Saika, isn't it? Suppose you figured it out.
Listen.
But you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize that Saika betrayed me by myself, didn't you? Thought never crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Like I meant to double-cross you. That's the fact that you could never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why she lay dying. She was thinking of you. You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you could know that. Only Saika would know that for sure. We can't ask her now.
However,
even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Final thought was how she could protect you.
So
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
Certainly one possibility, but I don't think that's what it was. She was uncertain. She wasn't sure that she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of friends, Saika and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No, I'm going to carry them with me for the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Saika, I'll carry them with me. Carry their memories with me wherever I go. Instead of forgetting them, you're choosing to hoard. Well, I have high expectations for you. she said that, I revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh well, I'm psychic.
What?
Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Chapter 1, To Survive.
Oh boy.
The end.
Oh, man.
We lost 3 in that one chapter.
Oh boy.
To be continued.
I could
Please
go
let me
for
save.
another round.
Please let me save. What?
I could go for another round.
Nope. No. Hell no. Not right now.
I could go for another round.
No, I'm not doing that again right now. I have work in the morning.
Oof.
That's it. We saved. We're done for the night. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to tonight's stream. I have been Paladin Null. This has been Megumin.
Hi.
This has been Danganronpa, who has taken entirely too much of our time.
30 more minutes. Make it a 4-hour stream.
Yeah. I've been Paladin Null. This has been CBQ. This has already taken entirely too much of our time. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.